Hey guys, what's up? We're gonna be reacting to Clique Productions here. I'm not sure if you guys know this guy. He's a very he's very high in the 2K community, and if you don't play 2K or watch 2K, you might not know about him. Very big brain, basketball knowledge type stuff. And I just want to react to this video, see what he thinks about the Jrue Holiday trade. Because I'm a big Celtics fan.
One hell of a shocking move just happened about 10 to 15 minutes ago in the NBA, and that is Jrue Holiday getting traded from the Celtics to the Portland Trailblazers again for Anthony Simons and 2 second-round picks. Now, I think this is honestly a pretty interesting trade for both teams. For one, the Celtics could have got themselves in a little bit of trouble here because, as we know, the Celtics have been doing moves. When they won the championship, they kept extending everybody, and everyone was saying, how the hell are they going to afford all this? And little did we know that they couldn't. All the hell was about to start coming back, raining upon them. They don't want to be in that second apron for too long. So they move off of Jrue Holiday. They get Anthony Simons, who's an expiring contract. He's a dude that fills exactly what they kind of need in the wake of the Jason Tatum injury with the Achilles tear. And, you know, he's a fantastic playmaker in general, I would say. I would put him in the damn near fantastic tier. You know, 20-point scorer, good, solid enough passer for the past 4 years on Portland. He's been averaging 20 points on 44% from the field. On a team, too, where for a lot of that time, he was one of the main defensive attention dudes. They weren't that good. They were pretty good this past year and started to make some strides. And on the Portland side of things, so Simons is expiring this year. I'm interested to see he's extension eligible. So will he get an extension? Do they believe that much?
I still have Minecraft open in the background. I apologize. I was just streaming Minecraft. So sorry about that, guys.
Him, or are they just picking him up saying, we'll bring him all the way to unrestricted free agency next year. We'll just deal with that when it comes. Or maybe they, build up his value throughout the first half of the season and actually trade the bastard. I don't know, maybe. But more importantly, for Portland specifically, is that you maybe thought, okay, we've kind of ran out the Simon ship for as long as it possibly can go, and we haven't really got better in this regard, and we feel like we need, ironically, a guard. Like we need a playmaker. Earlier, I was on stream, actually, and I'm kind of mad that I ended my stream an hour before this happened. But earlier, I was on stream and I said, we were talking about Domantas Sabonis, actually. And I had said that Portland would have been a cool destination for him. I guess technically it's still possible. But I had heard that Domantas Sabonis could have, there was Eastern teams calling, like the Raptors, and there was even Western teams calling, which they didn't name the team specifically. But I thought maybe Portland would be a good destination for him because they kind of lack playmakers, specifically, playmaker kind of scorer and passer, but specifically the passing kind. And Jrue Holiday, the last time when he was on Milwaukee, obviously he didn't touch the ball nearly as much when he was in Boston, but when he was on Milwaukee, or specifically like, create plays with the ball. But when he was on Milwaukee, just 2 years ago, he was averaging what, 20 and 7. So, he did that for basically his entire tenure over there. Only problem is it has been 2 years. I believe I saw he played like 62 games this past season. So could that end up being a potential issue for Portland? Maybe. As he's getting older, he's getting a little bit more washed, but also too, like I said, his role was less, his usage was less. I think he can get up back to closer to where he was at Milwaukee, overall statistically, but also too, you get a fantastic defender. You get a great passer. Like that's what they're really focused on in this deal. But anyways, yeah, I think it's a good move for them. Now, the thing is that with Portland, it's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I think the team's starting to take leaps. They've had good win streaks this year. They started to play really good in the second half of the season. And they ended up finishing as like the 12th seed, I believe. And you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, because they're starting to get good, honestly. And I really like how their team is built. There's also arguably, and when I say arguably, there is like 2 to 3 teams that really aren't better than Portland as a team, but they got players like Devin Booker, or they got players like, the Kings with Zach LaVine, Sabonis, and DeRozan. Like they have good, more proven players in a team like Portland, but Portland is probably much better as a full-fledged team, which I don't know why it just hit me that the thought of Jrue Holiday and Tamani Kamara playing defense together is pretty good. That's pretty good for the sport, I guess. But anyways, so you kind of have to try, and I think with Portland, it's like you were gonna have to extend Simons regardless. Now you got Jrue. He's on this big contract. He's making $35+ million a year for the most part over the next 3 seasons until he's like 37 or 38 years old. But nobody seems to ever want to go to Portland. Like for Portland, I'm interested to see Jeremy Grant. I believe he has 3 years left, and DeAndre Ayton has 1 year left. I'm interested to see, well, for one, if Ayton could command any value. Maybe he could command value as a salary dump off for another.
This is my first and honest reaction to this video, and honest reaction to the trade. I personally think that this could possibly go very bad for both teams, as in if Anthony Simons tends to somehow not work out for the Celtics, and boom, we just let him go in free agency, which, I mean, wouldn't be horrible. It's just a 1-year rental to kind of see how everything goes. Or if he potentially works out so well, plays very well, leaves in free agency. Either way, for Anthony, it could be good for Anthony, or it could be bad, Depends on how he plays this next year. If he plays very well, he could leave us in free agency, go to another team where he has a bigger opportunity. I don't know what that team would be. Team that needs a point guard. Who needs a point guard? Heat. Tyler Hero's shooting guard, right? Pelicans, maybe. I don't know. I'm just spitting. Like, just teams like that where he could go to and flourish more. And then for Portland, it could not work out very well, as they're putting kind of all their chips on the board for Jrue Holiday to be the person he was 2 years ago, or last season, the season before the one that just ended. Hoping that he doesn't get old and slow down. But possibilities are that he gets injured because he's old, or he just doesn't play the same because he's old. But we all know his defense will stay the same no matter what. Even if it doesn't stay the same, it's not going to get as bad as LaMelo Ball or Domantas Sabonis. Someone that's not, people that aren't very good at playing defense, it's not going to ever get that bad for him. But the scoring might fizzle out a little bit, which, let's take a look. I was looking at Anthony Simon's stats earlier. Plus minus is all over the place. I want to look at Jrue Holiday. I think he was putting up 12 points a game. Or was it? Oh, is it? Yeah, well, 11 points a game last season. Obviously, he's not getting the ball. He's not getting the ball as much because it's the Celtics. He's not getting the ball that much. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, they need the ball. Kristaps Porzingis is kind of the third option. Derek White, kind of the third option, depending on what kind of game it is, who's healthy, and who's not. Jrue Holiday only playing 62 games, the least since 2020, 2021. Which, I mean, this is the only season where he didn't come in place for DPOI, didn't show up in the standings, which still an amazing defender. Do not get me wrong. But this could go poorly for Portland, in the way of him just not turning out how they want him to be. Let's see, what is assists? Steals 1.1, total rebounds, or no, assists 3.9. Not basically 4. We'll give him 4. Not the same as what it was in Milwaukee. Obviously, that's an all-star. Actually, this is his lowest since his rookie season. Because, I mean, obviously, I'm not discrediting him at all, because we got people like Jason Tatum on the court. Here, let's... Spelled his name wrong, apparently. Let's look at this here. Yeah, Jason Tatum, 6 assists. 6 assists a game. Obviously, taking away from Jrue Holiday's, what was it, 4? Yeah, 4 assists. Obviously, since Jrue Holiday's not the guy bringing the ball up the court as much. Was it Jay and Jaylen Brown? 4.5. Taken away from Jrue Holiday. Derek White. Let's see Derek White. Is that how you spell his name? I don't fucking remember how to spell his name. Oh yeah, that's how you spell it. Fucking 20 different ways to spell Derek. It says 4.8. Obviously taken away from Jrue Holiday. Which could have hurt him as an asset, could have hurt him as a trade asset. But still, Jrue Holiday, we got 2 picks back, and Anthony Simons, amazing scorer, great playmaker. As Clique said, I'll let him get back to talking though.
Other team, same way as Jrue Holiday just was, possibly. That would be interesting, considering that no one kind of wanted Aiden while the contract was actually ongoing. But with 1 year left, I mean, hey, if a team needs to get rid of a bad contract, I just don't think in no time soon are people going to want to go to Portland. So it might be smarter if, to continue to invest in assets like this to kind of continue to take steps upward as Sharp gets better. Scoot Henderson hopefully gets better, especially under the tutelage of someone like Jrue and whoever the hell else I'm forgetting. They got other great players too. Like obviously I said Kamara, Denny Avdia. I really liked what's his name, Donovan Clingan, and that's also another reason why I would like if they moved on from Aiden. And now they're sitting there too, because I'm assuming all 3 of those guys are healthy now. So you're sitting with Aiden, although Aiden missed like the entire second half of the season. But you're sitting with Aiden, Clingan, and Robert Williams, who's also still there from the damn Jrue trade and has barely played since then. But yeah, once again for Boston, clear up all the cap space in the world, get a dude who feels exactly what you're going to need while Tatum's out. Shams did report that they're going to be still extremely active in regard to all of their key players, really. If I had a damn near guarantee one that I don't think will be moved, I think it would be Jaylen Brown, just because of his contract. There's not many teams that can easily match that. And he's also Jaylen Brown for the Boston Celtics. Like that's, their finals MVP and everything. I don't think he would get traded. I just don't think he would. Peyton Pritchard also, I think, will be safe just because his contract is so favorable for them. He's only making like pennies on the dollar compared to the rest of the league's contracts at this point in time, especially for his value as a 6th man of the year. But of course, everyone kind of expects Derek White to at least be in talks, as well as Porzingis to probably, for their sake, be out of there. I don't know what they're going to return for either of these, but this is very interesting because
so off of what Clique's saying here, I don't think we want to trade Derek White or Jaylen Brown or Peyton Pritchard, which is kind of what he said. But I don't think the Celtics would want to trade Derek White whatsoever, as he's been an amazing, spectacular player for us, great defender and such. I don't think he's on the block. I think the first person we want to get out of here is KP. Right after that trade, KP, maybe Sam Hauser. Those are the first 2 people we're thinking of, probably. And I think those are the first 2 we kind of want out of here.
because nobody saw this coming. I don't think anyone even hypothesized this. Well, I think it's a solid move for both. Nobody saw this going anywhere. And Orlando was big time the target that everyone was drawing up for what's his name, for Simon. But they just picked up Desmond Bane. All that being said, I've always been personally a big fan of Simons, big fan of both of these dudes. I think they fit way better with the teams they were just traded to, specifically considering the Tatum injury for Boston's sake, because obviously Jrue Holiday fit great with them when they were, super team Boston or whatever. On that note too, it'll be interesting to see how Indiana moves now that Tyrese probably misses a year. We'll see if someone in my chat earlier said something about them maybe getting Lonzo Ball. I'm like, damn, that's actually, I wonder if they'd be eager to do that considering his injury history. Not even a knee, just like this year he hurt his wrist and missed like 2 months.
I would love to see the Pacers get Lonzo Ball. I love Lonzo Ball. I would love to see how that goes for Lonzo. As long as praying he doesn't get injured. Praying, Hate to see that guy off the court. Such an amazing player.
Yeah, they'll be one to monitor. And then who else? Oh, yeah, Dame, right? Yeah, that's another one, too. I think they'll just be like the top target for like all the dudes who are going to go for the MLE or the minimum that are point guards are probably going to want to go to Milwaukee first, unless they do actually trade for a point guard. But yeah, that's it. Jrue Holiday's a damn Blazer, and Anthony Simons is a Celtic. I did not see the day that this dude was going to finally be off of Portland. It's been a minute. It's been 6 years? It's been 7 years. I was thinking it's 6. I was thinking 6 because of 2018, but it's actually 7 years ago. But that's okay. It's not long. It's only been 7 years. Yeah, anyways, that's it.
As Clique was saying, I do think it is a great trade for both teams. Not that I had Anthony Simons. I do agree with Clique. I do think it's a great trade for both teams. Even though Anthony's missing some games here, it happens. Players get injured. Trust me, Celtics know about it. I do think it's a great trade, but it could go badly for both teams, could go great for both teams, could go good for one team, bad for the other. Hoping for the best for Portland. No disrespect to them. Love Portland. I'm gonna say great city. I don't know. I've never been there. I don't really pay attention to Portland that much, but hoping they do good, especially with Jrue Holiday. And thank you, Jrue Holiday, for all that you've done for the city of Boston, for the Celtics, winning us a championship when your heart out on the floor. Thank you very much. And best of luck to you in Portland. Yeah, I kind of want. I would be happy to see Portland make some other moves too. Either, for whatever. I don't really have anything on the mind right now. As I said, I don't really watch. I don't know much about Portland, so. Why is LeBron here? So I couldn't tell you. But yeah, good luck to Portland. Good luck to Anthony down in Boston. Best of luck to both of you. And hopefully you guys do good at your next stops in the league. And for Jrue Holiday, thank you very much again for all that you've done for the Celtics. Saying that you want to retire here. Hoping that was your last contract, but sorry that we had to trade you. It's a business. And yeah, good luck. Thank you, Jrue. And that's this video. I'll see you guys next time, right? I was looking over here and I saw this tweet actually while I was streaming. People were saying that we would have to trade a first. But yeah, I forget what it is. People were saying that we'd have to trade a first and we got 2 second-round picks. Yeah, Brad Stevens is the GOAT. He kind of is, let's be honest. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.